a UFO case, mysterious alien race and their plant development base, Ludwig Pallmann claims. Among many unbelievable stories about contacts with extraterrestrials, Ludwig Pallmann's story is the most unique. This German mill machine maker and seller made his first contact with otherworldly beings on a train on his journey to India. Pallmann was born August 20th, 1928. He visited India in the 1960s on a business trip, but failed to set his business both in Mumbai and Chennai. So he decided to explore the country as a tourist. On October 10th, 1964, Pallmann bought a train ticket to travel to Madras, now called Chennai. He wrote in his book UFO Contact from ETB Ra that he met with a stranger who called himself Satu Ra on a train and could only talk through a device on his chest. As Pallmann was a linguist, he knew several languages and noticed that Satu Ra was fluent in English, but hesitated while changing a sentence. Pallmann was surprised by Satu Ra's kind behavior and thoughtful mind. He also experienced an amazing incident while traveling with the stranger. At one moment, Pallmann noticed him giving a healing pill to some poor people, which healed them immediately. And according to Pallmann, Satu Ra, quote, had the light brown skin of a Eurasian, huge dark eyes, a rather small mouth, and an unusual chin line. The lower part of his jaw looked slightly deformed. Then there were those fingertip gloves, which he seemed to wear all times, even though the weather was hot, end quote. While being in his hotel in Madras, he was offered by someone to visit a nearby art gallery where he again met Satu Ra. Satu Ra showed him some art depicting ancient gods of India and flying machines, and later he found similar arts of pre-Columbian gods with UFOs and saucers. He received a gold ring that would glow strangely from Satu Ra during his second meeting, which was actually a communication device. The next day, Satu Ra introduced Pallmann to his beautiful sister named Ksiti, who wore the same clothes as the locals to avoid grabbing attention. She also carried a kind of ointment with herself to heal poor people. Pallmann left India October 27, 1964. In 2 years, Pallmann was in Lima, Peru for his business at the end of 1966. Once Pallmann caught a serious illness and thought he would die because of pain. He was in the hospital in Lima when his ring illuminated in the middle of the night and he found Ksiti by his bedside. According to Pallmann, he got relief from his pain and healed after Ksiti gave him those miraculous pills. In some time, he visited a secret place in the jungle along with Ksiti and Satu Ra. Satu Ra took him and Ksiti to some place outside Huancayo near Lake Junin in Peru. And when it got dark, Pallmann saw an extraterrestrial craft landed on the surface of the lake. All 3 of them boarded the ship. There was nothing mysterious about the actual flight, he said. I felt completely safe and relaxed. As a matter of fact, I did not even know how long the flight had lasted. Inside the craft there was a discreet hum and the rhythm-like sound associated with low-voltage waves, or with turbines, as I thought then. Eventually, the reverberations I had heard and felt when observing the flying saucer settled were either linked with particular maneuvers or were merely externalized noise. Inside the ship, Pallmann learned that Satu Ra and Ksiti were extraterrestrial visitors from a planet called ETB Ra 2. He explored the ship and found a device that projected visuals from their home planet. He saw their methods of transportation, their food processing installations, their biological machinery, and their instruments. Pallmann also learned that the alien visitors were performing various biological tests with Earth's vegetation, and as he wrote in his book, quote, in order to grow new fruits and existing new plant flavors, our friends have brought with them the most interesting specimens of vegetation, and they are real biological wonders. Some of these are cross-fertilized and transplanted with plants entirely different to theirs. Plants from our planet and others are used to produce new taste sensations, he said. Many people would find it hard to digest all the information he wrote about his meeting with alien visitors in his book, but there is something that makes his case somewhat authentic. Pallmann settled in South America, and even after realizing that people would not believe his story, he went on writing his book. One day his ring glowed. He understood that ETB Ra-2 ship was nearby. It was January 15, 1969, and Satu Ra came to him to say that his sister Xiti died in an accident. His last meeting with ETB Ra-2 visitors attracted many eyewitnesses. Even Pallmann's neighbor claimed to have seen the landing of a ship near his home. Soon after this event, many UFO sightings occurred in the region with a large metal disc where aliens had their base, according to Pallmann. Pallmann vanished after the publication of his book, and his publisher lost his business. And this is on Hows and Whys by Vicky Verma. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.